I once refused to help a hang glider who had become tangled in a tree because 2 hours earlier he had been rude to me in a car park.
David C.
I love it. How high up in the tree was he?
He was about 2/3 of the way up of the tree. You probably want to know the height of the tree, don't you?
Yes, please.
The height of the tree was about how high he was plus 1/3.
So he wasn't 2/3 of the way up the tree, he was 3/4.
He was...
If he was 2/3 of the way up the tree, then the height of the tree was how high he was plus 1/2.
That is a fair point, isn't it?
He's made you look an idiot.
Yeah.
Where was the car park?
The car park was just near a cliff.
Right, yeah.
What was the altercation that you had with him?
He took the last space that I considered my space. Because I got to the space in the car park, and I did that thing where I was waiting with my hazard lights on.
Yeah.
He came around the corner, and just as the person pulled out, he pulled straight into the space.
Oh,
I got out the car, I would say menacingly. I approached his car. He got out the car, bigger. And I said, forget it then, you know. That's your attitude.
So
Did he get his equipment out then?
No. He'd already belittled me enough.
Where was this tree? What were you doing when you came across this tree with him in it?
I was just going for a stroll with my wife.
And you heard a noise. Did you hear him or see him first?
I heard him first.
You heard
yes.
him. What was the sound that you heard? You're talking to your
can you
wife.
imagine a kite hitting a tree, times that by 50, and then add a human? That is what it sounded like. Ow! Obviously, I took the smart-ass approach and I went, "Oi, think you'll find I was going to park there?"
What did he say?
He went, "Help! Can you... help!" And I couldn't see him at first, because it was just a sort of mess of tree and hang glider and...
What sort of tree was it, Lee?
It was a big one.
No, trees have names, don't they?
Brian,
was it
the
an
big
oak
tree.
or a birch or an ash? A species of tree.
I'm going to go for oak.
But was it an oak?
No. Look, I'm walking along with my wife. Ba, 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 ba. Crash! Pow! Wow! Is that an oak? That's not how conversations go, is it? You're going, there's a man in a tree fighting for his life.
A man in a tree shouting, help, help,
Help
me,
I'm
help.
stuck in an oak, I think.
And what did you say to him as he shouted
That's not
help?
an oak! You're confusing me now. When I have to relay this on Would I Lie to You, I'll get all confused. And it's your fault. I don't know. I think it might be a sycamore. Can you just help me?
A sycamore?
Yeah, when he fell out, he went like that all the way down.
And what did your wife have to say about this?
My wife said, we must help him. And I said, I refuse. I absolutely refuse.
And she just went along with
Nope.
that?
She climbed that tree.
Yeah.
She climbed that tree.
With her bare hands?
No, she got human hands. She climbed that tree, and luckily she had some nail scissors, and she slowly started cutting at the many bits of tangled-up bits around him, until eventually she managed to help him get down.
The hang glider had strings like a parachute.
Sounds like a parachute, doesn't it?
I should point out, I'd walked away, and this is just the story that my wife recounted.
And then when did you next see your wife?
I still haven't seen her since.
So what did she...
He was a very good-looking Spanish guy, apparently.
All right. Super. Well, this is definitely true. Do you believe this?
No.
A lie?
Yeah.
No, I think we think it's a lie because of... We think it's a lie because of what he said.
Lee, was it the truth or was it a lie?
Of course it was a lie.
On a dark winter's night, I once broke into the garden of the local witch's house and was shocked by what I found there.
David Steve.
OK, how... at what point...
There's a lot of questions, isn't there?
At what point in your life did this happen?
I'm going to guess somewhere between when I was 11 and 13.
12?
I'm going to say 12.
And you say the local witch's house. What do you mean by that?
I mean, this is a very distant memory now.
OK.
It was the house, not very far from me, where all the kids said that the witch lived.
And who did live there?
I don't know their name.
Right.
I'll call them Mary Candles. It had hedges at the front, you know, it's like uncut hedges, a front gate covered with hedging, and it said on the front gate, it said simply the words, "No thanks."
No, really?
So that's quite creepy, isn't it?
Can I ask you a question? You started that with saying you were shocked by what you saw there.
Yeah. Yes. Shocked by what I found there.
What did you find there?
I'm not comfortable with telling you that just yet. Sorry, I'm not.
This is going so far, it's got to be a lie, isn't it?
Let me just say, it does not have to be a lie. Whatever he says, however absurd, it could still be true. However plausible, it could still be a lie. Essentially, what we are doing for this section is entirely futile. We will talk for a bit, then we will guess, then it will be over.
So how did you come to go into this house? Who were you with?
I was with, what was he called? I was with Ken Numbers. I changed it, yeah. Ronnie Calculator's son. The vibe is, it's very unkempt, it's the gardening, because as we all know, Lee, yeah, witches hate gardening, wizards hate plumbing. Right? So we knew it was the female residence.
Right. So you've never seen Mary Candles, but you were only speculating it must be a witch rather than a wizard because it was an unkempt garden with no sign of deficient plumbing.
Exactly. You know, we wanted to be the first people who said, no, we penetrated, you know, its boundaries.
Yeah.
We went into the front lawn, down a gate to the side, past the bins, past the back door, yeah, and then to the window where there was a light on, a big picture window, looked inside, and that's when we saw this extraordinary sight. Well, extraordinary to us as 12-year-olds.
What was it? You've got to say.
It was a tiny, tiny horse. And I'm not saying it was watching television, that was all that was in the room, was a tiny horse and a television on. I did get in the house.
You got in the house?
Yes, Mrs. Candles came out.
Right.
Yes, and she said to me, "You're one of the Mortimer boys, aren't you?"
Were you?
Yeah. So Ken said. And she said, "Would you like to come in and see the horse?" And she took us in, and it stank of paraffin. It was hot.
That's horse?
Hot. No, the house...
I thought about the horse stunk of paraffin.
The horse did stink, actually.
Did he?
Yeah.
Of?
Meat, hot meat. As we were looking at the horse, I always remember this, she came in, and she had a toilet seat in her hand. And she said, "If I give you some money, do you think you could get rid of this for me?"
What did you do with it?
Just threw it on our way home, just threw it somewhere else, I imagine.
Did she say what the horse's name was?
Max.
Yes. Yeah. You'd have thought minimum.
All right, well, now, Suggs, what are you thinking about this?
I mean, you know, it's so preposterous, but David's flung me by saying this is the way he carries on anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, same.
I mean, but no, I'm saying lie, of course.
You say it's a lie.
It was when you said the horse smelt like hot meat.
Well, do you remember the detail of the paraffin heaters?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We're talking 40, maybe 50 degrees there with those old...
40 or 50 degrees centigrade. So we're talking like the temperature of the desert in Saudi Arabia.
Did you ever see Mary Candles again?
No, never.
Never saw her again?
Never saw her again.
She probably melted in that heat.
right, what are you going to say then, David?
Do we think lie?
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
I think it is a lie.
All right, they're saying it's a lie. Now, we should bear in mind that when it comes to Bob, David has a very poor track record. Let's see if he can be better tonight. Bob, truth or lie?
I was telling the truth.
No! I've never, ever drunk a can of fizzy drink in my life.
What? Never, ever.
There's a limit to what we can ask here. Have you ever had a can of Coke?
Never.
Oh. 7-Up?
Nope.
Do you not like fizzy drinks?
All the evidence is there, isn't it?
How do you know you don't like fizzy drink?
Because, to me, even as a child, water was something that was natural and lovely and pure. And why somebody would stick
Even as a
carbon,
child?
a whole load of sugar, even as a young child, it just felt like the devil's work.
So, Tracy Ann, can I tempt you to try a sugary carbonated drink? Now, would you be willing to try one of these?
Bring it over, and let's see how far I can get in the process. Look, the whole thing with the big famous one is 125 years old. It's a secret recipe. The fact that it's still a secret after 125 years means it was made by the devil.
This is a diet drink. This is full sugar. But this is also a sugary drink.
Rob, can I ask, what is the point of this exercise?
To see if I'm lying.
Well,
No, because you're clearly going to be capable of going, oh, no, I don't want a fizzy drink. You're not going to be such a fizzy drink addict that you can't stop yourself from going, oh, yes, I do love it. I do love it, actually. Yes, it was a lie, and I'd do it again.
Because if she is telling the truth, what a lovely opportunity. How often have you seen a grown woman taking her first sips of a sugary carbonated drink?
The best thing this can be is cruel.
Right, OK. Which one are you going for? That one. Right, so we can lose these two. Let's bring it here. I haven't shut your face.
You've made this the most light entertainment bit I've ever seen. I'm going to lose them two. There's the two. Those are safe. That's your boss fair on. They're fine. You're just playing now for the red can, love. Just the red can.
Where have you come from tonight, Tracy Ann? You want to give a wave to everybody back at home there? She's gone for the red can.
The red can.
So this may or may not be Tracy Ann's first time drinking a sugary carbonated drink.
Don't drink it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You've made your point. Have I? You don't have to.
Oh, I'm getting better at the opening.
No, it's wrong.
Can you not even sip it? I think that's...
So, Tracy Ann, you're definitively saying that you're not going to drink.
She's drinking it.
Oh.
Oh, my God, it's everything I thought it was going to be. It's disgusting.
Oh, get used to that phrase, Rob.
All right, there we are. So what are you going to say? Was she acting?
I think you are.
She's been
brilliant.
in EastEnders. Would she be that good an actress to convince you?
Instinctively, I liked the shiny cans were great.
Yes.
You know, the different colours. I think it's a great addition to the format. We think it's a lie.
OK. Right. Tracy Ann, truth or lie?
It's the truth.
Because it irritates me so much, I'm always correcting people when they wrongly call fog mist and mist fog.
David.
All right. What is the distinction, Lee, between mist and fog?
Well, that is a very good question, David.
Yeah.
Any others? Mist is... I used to live by the coast. We used to have a lot of sea fret. You know sea fret.
Nope. What's sea fret?
Sea fret is like it's a sort of mist. Right. It's produced by the sea.
Fog-like, you might say.
That really irritates me, that, David. There is a thing called sea fret, and it's when the mist comes off the sea. It's the water that comes off the sea, and we used to have a lot of that. And I remember my mum said, oh, it's foggy again. And I killed her. I would say that was when it started. I call that day one.
So, here's a question maybe familiar to you,
yes.
Lee. What is the difference between mist and fog?
I'll tell you exactly the difference. Mist comes from a very rainy day, which then becomes...
misty.
Misty. Whereas fog is when it's foggy. Fog comes from a drop in temperature. So it's very cold suddenly. There has to be a sudden temperature change for fog. Mist is the opposite and is often created by heat, which causes water to evaporate and thus causing mist. And be honest, you weren't expecting that, Lee.
So fog is as a result of a sudden drop in temperature, mist is a result of evaporation caused by heat.
Yeah.
And can you tell to look at it? Or do you have to have known the meteorological backstory?
You can tell by looking at it. Mist is... how can I describe it in layman's terms?
It's mist thinner.
Yeah, fog is denser. Mist is a little bit... It's a bit easier to see.
But how could you tell the difference between a light fog and a heavy mist?
You can tell the difference in the same way as you can tell the difference between a light, fat person and a heavy, thin person.
When was the last time you corrected someone on
The
that?
last foggy day we had.
Who was it that you corrected?
Corrected a sailor, actually.
How did you find yourself to be with a sailor?
I was on a fishing trip.
On a fishing trip?
On a fishing trip, just off the west coast of Scotland.
What were you doing up there?
Lost. It was from Brighton we left.
What do you feel about the Paul Gascoigne song Fog on the Tyne?
I feel worse when he took that penalty and he missed.
Why do you find people making this mistake between two phenomena that do look pretty similar?
Why do you find it
similar? Yes, of course they look similar.
No, they don't.
Well, they look similar. It's like the air is difficult to look through. What is it about the distinction between mist and fog that makes it a particular bugbear of yours?
I think it's because of when I lost my Uncle Pete at sea.
So what are you going to say, then? Is it the truth?
Lie.
Lie.
We think it's a lie.
It's a lie. OK, Lee, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
As a child, my family weren't able to have a dog, so instead we got a cat and treated it like a dog.
David Steve.
When you say weren't able to have a dog, was there a medical reason?
No, essentially, there was nowhere to exercise a dog where we lived. So my parents decided that it wasn't really fair to have a dog.
Where did you live?
So I wasn't able... Well, weirdly, it was called the Isle of Dogs.
What was the cat called?
The cat was called Kiska.
Kiska?
Yeah.
If anything, it's quite a feline name, isn't it?
Well, it was a cat, of course.
How do you treat a cat like a dog?
You put it on a lead and you take it for walks.
Isn't that exercising the cat?
That is exercising the cat.
I thought that was the very reason why you couldn't have a dog. You were unable to exercise.
Wherever we went during the day, the cat came with us.
On a lead?
Yeah, on a lead, but the lead isn't really long enough for a cat, so we used to tie a 30-foot washing line to the lead, and you could walk at least 30 yards.
And dry your clothes at the same time.
When you take the cat out in the car, what would be the arrangement in the car if you're going on a journey?
Well, my dad built the cat a shelf which went from the dashboard of the passenger seat and slotted in.
Can I just say,
into the metal of the headrest.
If this turns out to be a lie and they get it right that it's a lie, you have made life extremely hard for yourself.
Why couldn't the cat just be on the seat? Why does the cat need a shelf?
Because the cat couldn't see if it was on the seat.
So what are you thinking, David Steam?
The thing that I find very believable, because I don't think Hugh would have invented it, is the shelf. It's not actually treating the cat like a dog or like a cat, but just like, I don't know, like a book.
Or like a catalogue.
What are you going to say?
You think a lie?
I think a lie.
I think a lie.
A lie? Well, we'll say it's a lie.
You're going to say it's a lie. OK. Hugh Dennis, is it true or is it a lie?
It is, in fact, true.
Last year, I made my husband a birthday meal using some mince I found in the street.
OK, what... Why? Well, why? Why would you do that?
I found a carrier bag on the pavement that amongst other things, had mints in it.
What
I don't know whether someone had left it there, whether they dropped it.
It wasn't like being clutched by, like, an old woman who was lying on the... You're not being convenient with the truth here, are you?
All right, I slapped her out the way.
What else was in the bag?
Well, there was mints, and it was wrapped up in kind of a plastic, like in one of those cardboard dishes, plastic over it, so it wasn't loose.
Oh, yeah, it sounds perfectly hygienic.
Yeah, well, it was hygienic.
How do you know, like, a dog hadn't weed on it? I know it was in the cellophane,
because I sniffed it.
Did you not have any...
You can't buy class, can you?
What did you cook him with the mince?
Well, I can only cook two things: a spag bowl and macaroni cheese.
Which one did you go for? I've known you for a while, Joe. Can I just check? Is it your current husband or the first one who died of food poisoning?
My one and only husband.
Okay. Oh, it's Chesney Hawkes.
So what do you think, Lee?
I don't know. What do you think, Ray? Is this adding up?
Let's say true.
True?
I think false.
You think it's a lie? You're saying lie. You're saying true. I'm going to say lie.
You're saying lie?
Yeah.
OK. Joe, truth or lie?
It is, of course, a lie.
Thank God.
I once had to explain to the police why I had two coffins in the back of my van.
David's team.
Imagine I'm the police. Why have you got two coffins in the back of your van, sir?
Well, I was doing a touring play at the time, and there was vampires in it.
Yeah.
So we had two coffins in the back of the van as props. And we were actually in Germany doing this play called Neighbours with Long Teeth. And...
Things never translate from English to German.
Why did the police stop you?
Well, unbeknownst to us, the head of the Deutsche Bank had just been assassinated in Frankfurt.
Right.
And they were stopping everyone.
And so they were pulling over basically all vans?
They were looking for anything dodgy, basically, I guess.
Right.
Where were you? Which city?
It was just outside Frankfurt.
I live there.
Do you?
Yeah.
So they pulled you over.
Machine guns, everything. Very, very serious situation.
Yeah.
And we had to explain the plot of our play, Neighbours with Long Teeth.
Because you speak a bit of German. So
Yeah.
you were the... How many of you were there?
Three of us.
Oh, you should have said 9.
What sort of venues are you touring around?
Schools.
Schools. So...
The plot went that I was a sort of young 17-year-old schoolboy who'd fallen in love with my neighbour who was a vampire, and she came up out of the coffin, and that's where we first met.
And what was the other coffin for?
The other coffin was for her parents, her mum or her dad. I think they shared, because they're a married couple, they're allowed to...
I mean, to be fair, Moxie is loving this show.
And how did you explain all this to the police?
It was a lot of mime.
But it's quite a complex plot, so how would you convey it to them?
I think they had more things on their mind than the full... They didn't get to Act 3.
So, yes, at what point in your description of the story did they glaze over?
Right, Bez, what do you think?
Well, I love the plot of Neighbours with Long Teeth, and it's got to be true with Stephen, I reckon.
You think true, Motzi?
You don't think any of this is true, do you? You don't think this is really happening?
But don't you remember when the president of the Deutsche Bank was assassinated in Frankfurt?
When did this happen?
It would have been late 80s.
I just born. Like.
So you're not a suspect?
That wasn't a big part of your childhood. Let us tell you the story of the president of the Deutsche Bank.
Right, what's it going to be?
Well, I live around Frankfurt area. I mean, even if I wasn't there in the 80s, I think I would have heard the story.
How old were you when you went to Germany?
18.
You arrived in Frankfurt over 20 years after Steve's van was pulled over. I am not surprised they didn't mention it.
But this is a story. This is culture. You carry that on.
A school's tour of a play about vampires, and the police pull over their van once on what was quite a busy day for the police. I cannot share your confidence that they would have mentioned it to you, an 18-year-old dancer coming from South Africa. I don't think that would be on the things you need to know, local restaurants, you know, this is how you pay the tax, the bins come on Tuesdays. Oh, and I must tell you, back in the late 80s, there was a guy here and he had a couple of coffins in his van. Turned out it was just a school's tour. If that's what you're basing it on, I'm going with Bez.
Okay. So you're saying it's true?
Yes.
So, Steve, was it true or was it a lie?
True.
And they never mentioned it.
I can smell if there is a dead fly in the room. Can I just say, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I can smell a dead fly in the room.
So, is what you're saying that if there isn't a dead fly in the room, you have no sense of smell?
No, that's not what I'm saying. And you know damn well that's not what I'm saying, David. No, I can smell if there is a dead fly in the room. I can smell the dead fly.
So is there a dead fly in here?
Hold on. No, I can't smell a dead fly in this room, obviously. This is what we call a normal-sized room.
I see.
Okay, well, a room in my house.
How do you prove this? Do you actually sniff it out? Can you actually, like a sniffer dog, you actually find the dead fly with your nose? Or you just go...
No. I never told you I could find them.
You can't locate it, you just know it's somewhere within the walls.
Well, not within the wall.
I'm not talking about flies that might have been killed by a serial killer and then sort of plastered in.
Yeah. I can't smell them. I can't smell them. No, definitely not.
Right, OK.
But you can't locate them, you just know there's somewhere in the room.
I can smell if there's a dead fly in the room.
So
How can you put it to the test? Because you might have been in a room in which there was a dead fly and you have not smelt it and said there is no dead fly in this room. And people have believed you, and yet lurking in the corner...
It's a good question, Joan. It's a very good question, and I wish that I had a good answer. Just by the law of averages, there's been too many times when I've gone in a room and gone, there's a dead fly in this room, and quite often we will see the dead fly.
What do you mean quite often? It has to be always. It has to be always.
I can smell if there's a dead fly in the room, so I will go in and go, I think there's a dead fly in the room. That's just a polite way of talking, David. I don't go, there is a dead fly in the room! It's a fact every time! This room talks I talk more softly than you, David. I have a softer... I don't show off about my talents. Okay. I walk in a room and I go, I think there's a dead fly in this room. In fact, no, I think you'll find there is definitely. There always is.
What does the dead fly smell of?
It's a smell that I wouldn't want to describe to a friend.
Try. Imagine you're a wine connoisseur.
Right.
It's the smell of a dead fly.
I'm getting...
what are you getting?
I'm getting a bit of wing. I'm getting another wing. And how many wings of flies? What is it, 2 or 4? 4. Another wing. And no, wait. There's only 3 wings. I think I know how this fly died.
You've not really described the smell there. You've described the body parts of a fly while making sniffing noises.
Well, I can't. You know, I'm a professional. You're an amateur. I'm trying to say it in layman's terms.
Well, earlier on, I was. I came to see you in your dressing room to say hello, and I had a little look in the window, and only now I'm thinking there was a dead fly in there, and you never mentioned it.
Before you came, and I went, smell of fly. But I found that smell was soon overpowered, Jason.
David, time to make your mind up. Is he telling the truth? Is that whole fly-smelling thing real?
Well, let us pay him the respect of pretending to consider it.
You don't believe him
I
when he
do
says...
not believe him.
Well, I think lie.
You think lie, you're saying lie. OK. Lee, were you telling the truth, or was that a lie?
I've actually started believing it myself. It's a lie.
Yes. I was once arrested by border guards for illegally entering another country.
David's team, what do you think?
Which country?
It was in the mid-90s.
That's not a country.
No. And it was in Eastern Europe, so they changed names very quickly. So I'm not sure. It was either Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia. I don't know which...
You know what stage of its
exactly.
dissolution it was at. Yeah. And what was the problem?
I didn't have my passport.
Right.
Where had you left your passport?
At home.
Who were you with, by the way? Were you on your own? Or
no, I was with a friend from back home, Pete.
Friend from the pit?
No, with a person called Pete.
Is that his real name? Or is that a nickname?
Pete.
Oh, Pete.
No, P-I-T.
Oh, Pete.
Oh, is that
Pete.
his Pete?
It is called, he's called Pete.
Like Brad Pitt, but Pitt is his first name.
Otherwise, I would say Pete.
Yeah.
We were travelling on something that was called Schönes Wochenend-Ticket. And
that's German for National Express.
No. Now, what it is German for, you can use any train you like, as long as it's a slow train.
We have that system with all of our trains. OK, so you get off the train at the border.
You do.
Is it at that moment that you realise you don't have your passport?
Yes. So we wanted to go into Czechoslovakia. So I didn't have my passport. So the obvious thing to do is don't go across where the border guards are, but go a mile off into the fields and cross there. If then someone wants to see your passport, you say, oh, I must have lost it.
Roughly how far into Czechoslovakia, in whatever form it was, were you?
I was about, give or take, a mile. I see in the distance, I see like two white lights. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I realise it's a Jeep. And then they're driving towards us.
I'm quite gripped by this story.
The Jeep then just stopped, and then there is 4 people jumping out with automatic rifles and dogs.
Automatic dogs?
What sort of dogs were they?
I didn't ask for their names, but...
Neither did Alex.
They were terrifying dogs, probably Alsatians or something.
What happened? They're all around you. So
well,
what
they
did
all
they say?
jump out with their rifles, don't they? And then saying, or whatever their language is. So, and then we had to gain the Jeep, and then we were driving off into Czechoslovakia, and then we ended up in some woods. One of them jumps out, opens the gate, and I didn't even see was there. Then there is some little wooden hut. And was someone in there that spoke German. We got on well with that fella, and our excuse was, they would say, we had no idea that we crossed the border.
Yeah.
So, and then, well, they didn't fully buy it, but they knew there was little point executing us.
What happens then?
And now the funny story begins. They said, you'll have to pay a penalty.
Oh, the Germans and penalties.
That penalty... Then the Czechs drove us back to the German border, handed us over to the German border guards, and then they congratulated us on being the first illegal immigrants from Germany into Czechoslovakia.
Well, there we are. David, what are you and your team thinking?
It's the travel card thing.
It just seems right.
No, I think on an emotional level, having spent so long hearing that story, we need it to be true. Yeah. We need something.
We need it to be true,
Yeah.
because a lot of our life went into that.
So
yes,
you're going to
on
say
that
true?
emotional level, I think we have to say true.
You're saying it's true. Henning, truth or lie?
Well, that story is actually true.
When I was a child, the only thing that would get me to sleep was my parents reading me the takeaway menu from our local Chinese restaurant, the Flying Chopstick.
David's team.
At what age was this?
I'd say it kicked off at 7 and probably lasted about a year.
Was it read out in any type of accent?
No. Well, my dad...
When you say any type, there's one specific one. Yeah, if they read it in a French accent, it'd be this is quite surreal, isn't it? But I'll go with it.
My dad is half Polish, half Lithuanian, so it had a sort of Eastern European tinge.
Could you give us a kind of a little rendition?
So it would be something along the lines of...
This will be interesting.
It'll be something...
We'll just separate ourselves from the person doing the routine.
You don't want to be in the clip when it comes on the news, do you?
So Dad would say, for example, black bean with chop suey, something like that. Black bean.
Was your dad the fella from Sesame Street? One pork balls. Two lovely pork balls.
You know, lychee for the end of the menu.
Lychee, that's what I know that. The Flying Chopstick, they just serve a single lychee, don't they?
Lychee. It was the staple. It was the 70s. Things were a little bit sparse then. It was Wilson's, you know, things are hard. I can't remember his speech, but you know the one I mean. Things are terrible.
Wilson's Things Are Hard.
Wilson's Things Are Hard.
Harold Wilson, Things Are Hard.
We've only got lychees. Things are hard. We've only got lychees, guys.
How far into the menu would you drift off?
That's a very good question.
That's why I asked it.
Yeah. My eye would be sort of fully open, like that. A little bit like...
just one eye open.
One eye open, always looking, always just checking. And then I would say, by the end of the first page, the eye would be down.
So you used to go to sleep half a face at a time?
Can you remember the first time that this happened?
It would have been... I think it was on a Friday night. Mum and Dad would have been entertaining, and I laughed a lot and then fell asleep.
So what do you think, then? David Hay, how is this striking you?
The detail, the fact that she knew straight away what day it was on a Friday night. I don't remember what day it was when you were 7.
Oh, I
can't remember last week. I get punched in the head for a living, but...
But, David, they did it a lot. They did it a lot.
Repetition, eh?
Repetition. So I knew the menu back to front, because they had to do it so often.
Well, that's just Chinese. It would be that way, no, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Romesh, what are you thinking?
I think it... I don't buy it.
David? Actually, I've got two Davids. We'll call you the Haymaker and the Librarian. What are you thinking, David?
Well, I think I don't believe it.
Do you realise... I like the system you've got there. We're going to call you the Haymaker and the Librarian. So what do you think, David?
I don't think... She's... At the age of 7, I think a 7-year-old child will require a coherent story.
All right, so you're saying it's a lie. Well, let's find out. Mel, truth or lie?
The story was, in fact, a lie!
When I was a teacher, whilst trying to explain a tricky concept, I accidentally locked a pupil in a cupboard.
David's team.
OK. What was the concept? Was it the concept of imprisonment?
It was a maths lesson. I was teaching the topic of probability and chance.
What's the chances of getting locked in the cupboard?
Well, that became an extra learning objective. That wasn't the main one. I was trying to get across the idea of
Narnia.
Yeah. I was trying to get him to understand how to explain the concept of probability. So the idea was that if you had, like, an alien arrive on Earth, how would you explain probability?
Which would be the first thing you'd do, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, actually,
Put the laser down, let me talk to you about maths.
Yeah.
Ramesh, what age group was this?
So this is year 8, so 11, 12 years old.
So...
what happened is I needed somebody to pretend to be an alien.
OK.
So I selected a child from the class. I didn't just go out and look for one.
How did you select? Did you go for the little green one with the pointy ears?
Well, no, actually, what it was is I thought I was doing a good thing because, you know, you get some kids that are sort of... they have problems making friendships and stuff like that. And I had a kid like that in the class, so I thought I'd bring him out of himself.
You chose the kid that got bullied to be the alien. So that the rest of the class can point at him and go, alien.
I mean, to be fair, I thought we were just playing a game. I didn't realise this was an Ofsted inspection. So basically what it was, I was trying to make it realistic.
OK.
So I said to him, why don't we pretend this cupboard is like a transformation chamber? You know, you go in the cupboard, you go in as a boy.
Oh, it's just getting worse, isn't it? One of my kids came home from school and described this scene. I'd be down that school like a shot.
And how surprised will you then be to see that teacher on the BBC a few years later?
In the current climate, not surprised at all.
Basically, I said to him, you're going to go into the cupboard, you're going to transform into an alien.
What was the concept again you're trying to teach the kid?
Probability.
Probability?
Yeah.
We haven't got to that bit yet. We're going to find out when he steps out.
Oh, right now we're trying to find out how to transform to an alien right now.
That's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to him coming out. We never get that far, do we? What am I talking about?
At the next Ofsted inspection, a small skeleton was discovered.
And they said, what are the chances of that? And they said, well, interesting you should ask that. What were you going to do, though? That's what I want to know. If he hadn't got locked in, what were you going to do?
The idea was that he was going to come out and be the alien, and then I was going to get different kids to...
different kids to... Don't lose confidence.
So, I was going to get different kids to explain to him what probability was. So he was going to be like the dummy alien, and then he'd be like... Boo, 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 and then...
Never to be bullied again.
No, I can't help feeling that I'm a little bit under attack here.
It's all right, because you may be lying, in which case you're off the hook. Why does it help to understand probability, to get children to explain it to an alien?
So basically, in order to get the idea that a kid understands a concept, them explaining it and that explanation being clear illustrates that they have learnt it completely.
So Ramesh, you've sort of left it that he's in the cupboard. He got in.
Yeah.
What happened?
I realised I couldn't open the door to let him out. So I sort of started looking around for other teachers to help me. And they said, actually, the cupboard, it can be opened from the inside. The problem came when I said to him, you're going to have to come out the cupboard, just open it from the inside. And he replied... because he was being an alien.
Right.
So, that extended the problem. And he was in there for 20 minutes.
So he came out in the end, he eventually opened it, he came out and...
Well, the lesson was ruined.
What are you thinking, David?
I do know that Ramesh used to be a maths teacher.
Oh, OK.
Right.
So, and that, you know, education's loss was show business's gain. There were so many gaps in the story, I just...
Yeah, the story wasn't really adding up, right?
Yeah.
For a maths teacher,
we think it's a lie, do we?
I think it might be.
It's a lie for all of you. OK. Ramesh, truth or lie?
The story is true.
While travelling around Europe, my friend and I came up with a scheme to make money on the beach.
Please, team.
What was it?
It was jewellery. We used to sell jewellery.
What kind of jewellery was it?
It was earrings.
And where did you get the earrings from?
To be perfectly honest, we'd make them.
Oh, it's homemade jewellery. Here we go.
And where was the beach?
Where was the beach? It's right next to the sea. It was in Greece.
What was it about being on that beach you thought, earrings?
I couldn't make donuts.
Okay. What did you make the earrings out of?
Well, I didn't make them. My friend made them.
And what did he make them out of?
Beads.
Now, this friend, Sean, what was his name?
Spud.
Spud?
Spud,
yeah,
was his name.
Spud the Jew. But my job was to sell them.
Oh, so you're the salesman. So give us a bit of pad. Imagine David he's on the beach in his thong, he's relaxing. Finally, he can be himself, OK? And you come along and you look at his ears, they're unadorned, you think there's an opportunity. Off you go.
Well, the first thing, if he's got a thong on, I'd ask him to turn over. You can roll onto your back, please. And would you like me to rub a bit of cream into that area, because I don't think that's ever seen the sunshine. He wasn't... The target market isn't...
Well, Richard likes a bit of jewellery. You like jewellery around the neck, so sell them to Richard.
Are you having a nice time?
Yeah, I'm having a lovely time.
Do you want to buy some earrings?
Not really, no. What's wrong with me? I'm turned over and everything.
Why not do this? Spud! Help!
What was Spud's real name?
Keith.
Why did you call him Spud? He always had a jacket on? What?
What are you thinking?
Judy, do we think that's truth or a lie?
I think it's a lie.
I
can't see him selling beaded earrings on a beach.
Would you buy anything from him?
No, nothing.
You know what I'm going to go? I think Judy's right.
You think it's a lie?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the team.
You're going to say lie. Sean, truth or lie?
True.
As a child, I had a pet brick.
Wait. As a child, I had a pet brick.
Oh, you as well?
You can't have a pet brick.
I know it's true because it's on his Wikipedia page.
What was the name of your pet brick? What was the name?
Johnny.
Johnny.
But you're from Glasgow, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's sandstone in Glasgow.
I think they've got plenty of bricks in Glasgow.
Yeah. Did you get it from your own house?
No, my dad gave it to me.
Oh, that must have been a rather bare Christmas.
Why did he give you a brick?
He gave me a whole load of different stuff to build a wee wall. I kept the brick.
He gave you a build-your-own-wall kit?
And how old were you when this was happening?
I was about 7.
So you took one of these bricks away, and tell us how you came to adopt it as a pet.
I had it as a pet on a string for a bit.
What?
And it was like a dog. We couldn't
Where
get a
on
dog.
earth would you take a brick?
Well, just round about our bit.
Oh, dear. I hope you didn't throw a ball into the river for him. When you had it on a lead, you mean outside or around the house?
Well, on a string.
What, in the street?
Yeah.
No.
What? I'm a 7-year-old kid. It was charming.
But did it look
that's an important thing to remember. We were talking about as if he's doing it now. He was 7. Did you decorate it? Did you make it look like an animal or a human?
He had a lot of human qualities.
And the most obvious being?
Like, we would talk.
Well, you say we. Was he more of a listener?
So you had it attached to a string. How do you do that?
You tie a knot. Sometimes we would play a game with it where you could swing it round and people People had to jump so it didn't hit them in the legs. So it must have been fairly secure.
It's like extreme skipping.
Yes.
That, isn't it?
Did it ever break anyone's ankles or anything?
No, it hit a few knees.
Oh, was it not put down?
What are you thinking, Lucy, specifically about what Frankie has said?
Yeah, not everything.
My instinct is not to believe it, but it's very unusual, isn't it?
What do you think, Mo?
I think it might be true. Have you got any brothers or sisters?
Yeah.
Are you the youngest or the oldest?
No, I was in the middle.
Ah, he definitely had a pet brick. The middle one.
That says it all.
He had a pet brick.
All
the middle children are crazy, man.
Let's make a decision.
Lucy?
What are they?
Have you just spotted them?
What bird are they?
I don't know, a pair of tits.
Don't know. What do you think?
I'm going to say crane or heron.
I think it's false.
You think it's not? You think it's false? You think it's true?
I think it's true.
And I
Don't go with me, though.
I wasn't going to. I'll go with Mo because he's more certain.
You can say it's true. Right, Frankie, a 7-year-old Frankie Boyle with a brick for a pet. Truth or lie?
That is a lie.
For our first Christmas together as husband and wife, David was startled by one of the gifts I got him.
Please, team.
It wasn't making a noise inside the wrapping paper, was it?
What, a puppy?
Well, I was thinking more of a rabbit. So I suppose the big question is, what was the present?
It was, you'll like this, Lee, it was some sexy underwear.
Oh, why would I like that?
I'm always telling Victoria how attractive you find me.
Who was to wear the underwear?
It was, I bought for David to wear.
Look at David's face.
So it's for David. Describe the underwear.
This is very awkward.
Describe
the... I mean, this is the stuff of nightmare.
Yeah. If it helps in any way, I'm absolutely loving it.
All right. So, David was broadly at the school of... I mean, is this...
This is dreadful.
When men have been single for a long time, they've got their loose cotton boxes. They don't think, oh, I tell you what, I'll have a pair of these snug-fitting trunks.
Can we just... Is that what we're talking about? So we're not talking about straps and things, and we're not talking about restraining bolts and things like that. Nothing like that.
No. I'm just going to say, if at times in the future when I face adversity, I will look back and say, well, at least I'm not going through this.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
This is so much better than dustbins.
So it's Christmas morning. It's your first Christmas together as a married couple. You hand him this package. He opens it. Talk us through the moment of realisation.
He sort of went, oh, it's underpants. And then he realised they were a bit clingy and possibly, in David's mind, somewhat French, you know.
How long did it take before he wore them?
Has he ever worn them?
Oh, yes. From that day forward, that was his new style of choice.
So even as we speak, he sat there now with something clinging to his midriff.
I'm so sorry.
So it wasn't like his main present, there was other stuff?
There was some other stuff.
Can you remember anything else that you'd got?
You know, some books and a DVD and...
What were the books?
Well...
The Bible and 50 Shades of Grey.
So, Melvin, what do you make of this?
I'm just excited.
What do we think? Truth or lie?
So what do you think, Alex?
I can imagine you'd definitely be startled by it, but...
that bit... If David's worn the same pair of pants all of his life until that moment, and I suspect he
The
has.
same pair of...
The same type of pants.
I think it's true.
You do?
So, Melvin thinks it's true. Alex?
I hope it's true.
You're going to say that it's true. OK, they think it's true. Victoria, was it true or was it a lie?
It is
true.
I was once a body double for a head lice advert.
David's team.
What do you mean a body double?
I had head lice at the time.
OK.
They show the boy, and then they show the back of the head with the lice. I was not the boy, but that back of the head, and those are my lice.
So when they were casting the advert, they thought, well, we can't cast someone who's necessarily infested themselves.
The lady who invented the comb, it was her son.
Which comb are we talking about?
The Knitbusters comb.
Knitbusters?
Yeah.
So the person that invented the comb for head lice, her son was in the advert?
It's called nepotism, David.
Odd name for your son.
Where are we in Australia, Sam?
Oh, you're not having one of your breakdowns again, are you?
This is in Queensland, dude.
How did they know you had head lice? Because you don't advertise that, do you?
Best friends with this guy, yeah. Him and I were as thick as thieves.
Right, so was it like one of them shopping channels?
Weirdly, I think it was on the news. It was at the end of the news, they'd be like, and now we've got this comb.
So it's on the news?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was an advert.
Here are the head lice.
Yeah. I think it was a thinly veiled advert, and, you know, so sue me.
You think it was advertorial, that's what you're saying? When was this?
I was pretty young at the time. 10 or 11.
When was that?
When I was in primary school.
Yeah,
when? We realise that. We're trying to ascertain the year.
A year on.
Maybe year 6, I guess. No way, I was much younger.
You haven't said what you had to do in this advert or this appearance.
So I just was the back... You know, like, any time you see someone's hands in a movie, that's not really their hands.
That's not true. What you mean is sometimes when you see someone's hands.
I think every time.
Not every time. Sometimes when they scratch their face, that's their hand. If you see Tom Cruise scratching his face, there's not someone going...
Cruise has got a scratcher. Cruise has got a scratcher.
So, in the 1990s, there was a breakthrough in the treatment of nits in Australia. A new comb was marketed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was so great about it? What was new about it? That the previous
I think
nit
the
combs...
spacing between the teeth on this comb was just really gobsmacking.
Up until then, they were like that far apart. They just...
Unless it's a very big nit. Yeah.
It's the obvious design feature to tinker with on a comb, isn't it?
How did you feel when they offered you this? Because in the one level, I'm going to be on the telly, but showing my nits.
I mean, I know this guy who's dancing in a window to get his foot in the door.
All right, well, what do you think?
You know, mainly because you mixed up advert and news. Otherwise, I'm totally buying it.
Me, I think definitely lie.
I think lie. I think we do think it's a lie. I mean, you have a disconcerting presence.
No.
So in
you
a
say
way...
the warmest things to the guests, David.
But there's also something ghostly about you. I wouldn't be surprised if at the next recording they said, wasn't it weird that on Lee's team we only had one guest? I said, no, there was another guest, Sam, who was from Australia. And Rob says, there is no such place. But I think we think it's a lie.
They're saying it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Sam, truth or lie?
That's true.
Sometimes I pretend to have broken something in my house so that when a man comes round to fix it, I can play him at ping pong.
So hang on, just to be clear, what you're saying is you sometimes pretend that there's something broken in your house to get an handyman round so you can what?
So we can play ping pong.
No, what?
strange man round to play ping pong?
It's not really a strange man. He's a neighbour, but he's like a handyman. When, like, sometimes, you know, I want to play ping pong, I'll tell him something's
Why
broke.
can't you just tell him you want to play ping pong?
Because, I don't know, I just...
Are you telling me the relationship with your neighbour is so bad that the only way you can get him to come round to your house is by pretending something's broken at your place?
No, it's not that bad. He likes ping pong.
What's he called?
What's he called?
I don't know, I've never met him.
What's he called? Handyman. You could call him Handyman.
But you know, but what's his real name when
What's
you
his
when
real
he's
name?
not
His real
handyman?
name's Paul.
Paul the handyman?
Paul, yeah, Handyman Paul, really, not
And
Paul
how
the
long have you
handyman.
known Paul for?
I've been living there for maybe the past 3-4 years, so
And
yeah. That
how
long.
many times has he played ping pong with you in that?
Oh, loads of times. Always something wrong in my house.
So you might say, what might be broken, for example?
For example, I might say, OK, the light's off in, like, the conservatory or something, and then...
Conservatory? Oh, you're very grime, aren't you? And, so you put all your hip-hop money into a conservatory, and... so how would you go from the lights broken in the conservatory to... Do you want to get him a table tennis?
When he comes round and then, say, for example, sometimes it's not broken, I say, I fixed it as he gets there, and I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, let's pop in for a quick ping-pong game. And...
David, do you play table tennis?
I do, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Are you good?
And I'm all right.
OK.
But can you fix a light switch? Otherwise, you've got no chance of playing in.
Absolutely not.
No. So how do you serve, David? Do you serve like that? Like that?
David always
like
gets somebody
that?
to serve him.
Tinchy, I'd really like to sort of to get an idea of how you move the conversation to ping pong. So let's say you've broken your TV. So how would it go?
I'll be Paul the handyman.
Hello.
Oh, I haven't opened the door yet. Is it sticking? I can fix that. Actually, no, I can't, because we're going to have to play table tennis again, aren't we? I know how this goes.
When someone knocks your door, like, knock, knock, I say, who is it? I don't open and say, who is it?
OK.
Who is it?
Paul the handyman, you phoned me about 3 minutes ago about your television. Who do you think?
Oh, hello, Paul. Yeah. Open the door, you're in. What's up?
What's up? You tell me, it's your telly.
That's
what I see. What is happening, dude?
Your relationship with him is very sarcastic.
You try being his ping pong mate, you start getting sarcastic.
How do you introduce ping pong?
I say, oh, yeah, do you want a drink? And then he'll be like, I'm all right. And I'm like, do you want a game? Kind of simple.
And you give him the special drink and he wakes up in the table tennis.
It's like...
Now, answer me this. What is he wearing?
What's he wearing?
When he wakes up.
When he wakes up?
Have you dressed him as a professional table tennis player?
No.
He's strapped into a mannequin. I'm sick of this!
So what are you thinking, Lee? Is this looking plausible?
Gabby?
I think it's true because he doesn't want to be too upfront with Paul, the handyman, so he invites him round to fix...
Handyman Paul.
Sorry, Handyman Paul. With Handyman Paul for ping pong. Ping pong Paul.
Even that name is better. Ping pong Paul.
Ping pong Paul.
So what are we thinking?
I think it's a lie.
So Romesh says it's a lie.
Yeah.
I think it's true.
Gabby says it's true.
Difficult
It's got to be a lie.
It's a lie. OK, Tinchy, truth or lie?
Everything I was saying was all true.
I once spent an entire Christmas locked in a bank.
David Steen.
OK, by an entire Christmas, what are we talking? All 12 days, I'm assuming.
No, from Christmas Eve until about 7 o'clock on Boxing Night.
On Boxing Night?
Yes.
When the bank opened for the usual Boxing Day evening. Yes, I understand.
Somebody came to let me out.
Which bank?
It was a merchant bank. I was working as a security guard, and I'd elected, due to personal trauma, that I'd spend my Christmas working overtime guarding Hill Samuel in Victoria.
And then they forgot about you.
No, because there was a rush on at Christmas. I never got relieved on Christmas morning.
Oh, we all look forward to that.
There, Rob, haven't we?
I mean, it's in the Brydon household, I have to say, it's my one Christmas treat.
It was the Christmas after John Lennon got assassinated.
And you had to go into hiding?
No.
I don't ever remember you being being implicated in this.
But you see, I was living with a girl in Streatham.
Yeah, Yoko.
No. And we split up because she was seeing somebody else.
John Lennon.
So I needed to get a job. Yeah. And, you know, I wanted to be a bit of a martyr. So I said I'd work the Christmas shift as a security guard.
Like many of the great martyrs through history.
Dave, answer me this.
Yes, certainly, Chris.
You went through a period where you were so lonely and down that you didn't have any family of any kind whatsoever who was saying, come home for Christmas and come and, you know...
No, but
they
laughed themselves silly when I phoned them up on Christmas Day and told them where I was.
How did you do that?
There was a phone in the bank.
What sort of bank is this with a phone in it? Honestly, I've tried to phone a bank over and over again.
So there's a phone in the bank?
Yes.
Why did you only use it to phone your family and not to phone someone who could have released you from the bank?
I kept phoning. It was a firm in Croydon that had employed me, and I kept phoning them, and they said they had nobody in to hold on. So I held on right through, like, 4 shifts.
And you accepted that?
I had no trouble. I was locked in the bank.
So
I couldn't get out. When you're guarding the bank, they lock you in.
They don't lock you in, surely. In the bank?
Well, they wouldn't give me the keys. I was only 22.
So that's how a merchant bank ensures its security over Christmas. It locks a 22-year-old in there. And they go, it's all right, if anyone breaks in, the 22-year-old will handle it.
No, but I had a phone. You see, I could have phoned for the police.
What were you supposed to do if the burglars all come in? You ring Croydon, they say, we'll have someone there in the next 36 hours.
Well, how did you actually celebrate Christmas? I mean, what did you do to mark it?
I did. Before I went to work, I did take myself a small capon. I stuffed it, little sausages and everything, and I put it by me, you know, away, and I looked forward to it. And when I got back on Boxing Night, the cat had me cape on because I forgot to put it away.
The cat was wearing your cape?
No, a capon is like a type of chicken.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't even have a Christmas dinner.
The cat wasn't wearing the apron.
He said...
Oh, the cat's there taking over, doing a fry-up going, well, he's gone, about to look after himself.
No. He
That's a big chicken.
No, he clearly said, I came back and the cat had me cape on. So, David, what are you thinking?
There is only one person who can answer this question here in this room. So we're going to have to turn to you, Jimmy. I wouldn't have thought there were many merchant banks in Victoria.
I don't really know much about banks in Victoria. If it was in Jersey, I'm your man.
So is it the truth?
I think true.
Do you?
I like the detail, the cat, the capon. I love the story. I'd like to buy the rights.
We think it's true?
True, we think
you all
it's true.
think it's true?
True,
okay.
absolutely true.
Dave, truth or lie?
Sadly, it's true.
Ooh, possession.
Right, there should be a box under your desk. Would you first of all read the card out and then take the possession out and pop it on the desk?
This is the set of keys I carry around with me every day. I know what every single one is for, apart from one. Okay, the box back on the floor. Just take us through the set of keys, Lee, in your own time. Please don't feel you have to rush.
It's not say in his own time, it's all of our time, really, isn't it? But, OK, carry on.
So, now, I've got 3 keys that look very similar, so I have to put those little things on to give you the different colours. And these colours help me a lot, because that's for the blue door, that's for the green door, and that's for the yellow door. Yes. Now, I'll never forget, because the blue door is blue, the yellow door is yellow, and the green one is my next-door neighbour, Shakin' Stevens.
Yeah. And, what lies behind those doors?
So that's my front door key.
Yeah. And that's blue.
Genuinely is a blue door, my front door. OK? The green one genuinely is my next-door neighbour's key, but it isn't Shakin' Stevens.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. It's Howard Jones. And the yellow one is the key for the door at the back of the house. Now, this one, that's the key for the front door, the bottom lock. What do you call that?
Bolt.
Yes, I wish I could. This unusual-looking key, that's for the money chest. Money chest. That's for a small tin that we keep some money in.
Right.
And some things that we don't want the kids to see.
Why don't you want the kids to see money? And what else
There's
don't
other
you
things
want the kids to see?
I don't mind them seeing the money. It's the other things I don't want them to see.
Like what?
The remains.
So, OK, that's where you keep your money and the remains of those who you've killed.
Yes. Then you've got PBU. That's that one there.
What does PBU stand for?
PBU on the keyring?
Yes.
It's the place for bins, you. It's a little...
Just like that!
Yeah.
He couldn't have made that up. It's true.
We've got one of those outside little shed things you're supposed to put the bins in to make it look tidy. And my wife constantly comes out and says, "There's a place for the bins, you!" And to help me remember, that's the key, I put PBU on the thing.
So you give yourself the job of remembering the night before the bin men are coming to go out, unlock these bins. Every time you go to put some rubbish away, you unlock the bin.
No.
None of this...
Because the shed that the bins are kept in doesn't have the lock. The gate leading to the shed that the bins are...
What's going in these bins?
My wife basically thinks more of the bins than me. Then we've got this little baby here. Oh, this tells a story. This one is for the safe. But the safe, bizarrely, it was already in the house and it's behind a picture. How exciting. The key has never fitted. We never know what's in the safe.
Now, what is the picture in front of the safe?
The picture in front of the safe?
Yeah.
Oh, that picture.
You know the safe that doesn't exist? Well, there's a picture that doesn't exist in front of it.
This is
What's
the bit.
It's obviously a painting of your bins.
This is the bit. This is the bit you're going to find.
That must never be taken
This is
from
the
house.
bit you're going to find crazy. It's a picture of the safe. I know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And this, David, is the key to your heart. It's not. That is to the side passage. And it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying to get through the side passage because I have to open the gated community to the bins, and that takes me through to the side passage, which I open. And that's all the keys apart from this one. Do you know what that one's for, Fiona? Nobody knows.
And how did you get that key?
That key. Give it to... this is the bit that's not funny and I don't want any jokes. My great-grandfather fought in the First World War and he had a key round his neck and we don't know what the key was for, but it was passed on. He gave it to his father gave it to his father.
He gave it to his father, so he passed it on backwards in time.
All I will say is, just in summary, I'm not pitching it to you because it is true, but if you don't believe it, quite simply, the story is simple. What is there not to believe? I come home, I make sure the side-gated community to the bins are unlocked so I can get the bins out, leave them on a Tuesday, I let you open the side passage, I get in, lock the side passage, come through to the house, open the safe by moving the picture, I can't open the safe, I always forget, I close the safe, I get the tin, open it up, move the eyeballs, get the money out, close the tin, open the thing, back inside, straight to the front door, which is blue, go out, feed Howard Jones's cat next door, who I accidentally said was Shaking Stevens. What part of that are you telling me?
So what are you going to say, David? What does your team think?
I think we're going to say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Lee! Was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was a lie.
Possession.
OK, now, there's a box on the floor, Claude, next to you. First of all, bring the box up onto the desk and then read the card before you open the box.
OK.
There we go. So, first of all, read the card.
OK, this is Yoshi. I recently took him to the vet because I thought he was depressed.
All right, well, now open the box, please.
I'm not opening it. What is it?
Well, let's find out.
OK.
Ah, yes.
Can you take him out of the box and just pop him on the stunningly realistic grassy surface we've put in for you? There he is. Oh, I love rabbits.
Hang on, we can't see him.
Do you want me to touch it? Are you worried about touching it?
No, it's that. It's mine.
Is it like a sort of a tortoise?
It's a tortoise.
It is a tortoise.
A little tortoise.
Surely you would kiss him, wouldn't you, Claudia? You would give him a little kiss.
I wouldn't. I don't kiss anyone.
Oh, you would kiss him, though, if he's your little Yoshi.
Yeah.
You'd give him a kiss.
Like that. I mean, I don't want to bother him.
No, a proper one with your lips.
No.
Kiss him. Kiss his little face. That's what mad people do with animals.
No, so it's
So how did you pick him up and take him to the vet? Because you're obviously very attached to him.
Oh, well, no, yes. Well, I'll tell you. This is what happened. This is ours, and this is all of our... Well, it's not mine, it's my family's. And I took him to the vet because I was worried because he was not really bouncy.
Wasn't tearing around like you'd expect. You're an intelligent woman, Claudia. You know that no tortoises bound around the place licking people's faces like a spaniel.
Yes, I did.
What was the change in the tortoise's behaviour that you thought meant it was depressed?
This is a very good point. It was just a little bit stationary. When we first got him, he was sort of scampery. Well, not scampery.
Do you want to have a minute to think about this story? Scampery the tortoise.
No, he wasn't scampery, but he was... not like that. Anyway...
So essentially, you bought a tortoise that was having a fit, and it recovered, and you mistook that very recovery for depression.
And what did the vet say?
The vet said he's fine.
Money well spent.
What a relief.
Yeah.
What a relief.
Did you get charged for that?
Yes, and I'll say this out loud.
It's the only way to say it. Otherwise you're thinking of the word think.
And she said... And she suggested that maybe we organise, like, tortoise play dates.
Right, now you're pushing it. What do you reckon?
She suggested you organise tortoise play dates.
You had them. You had them.
So what are you going to say, David? Is that the truth? Did that happen?
What do you think, Fiona?
Do you know, I think it might not be true somehow.
Look, if this is true...
If this is true,
Claudia deserves a point.
Yeah, at least...
You're saying lie.
You're saying
lie.
They're saying lie. OK, Claudia, Yoshi the tortoise.
Yoshi the tortoise, and that story was true.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Amy. So, Joe, what is Amy to you?
This is my friend Amy, and I grossly offended her when I made a less than perfect sculpture of her head.
Nish, how do you know Amy?
This is my friend Amy. We became friends after I found her asleep in a box of volleyballs.
And finally, David, what is your relationship with Amy?
This is Amy. She is the charity shop worker who sold my shoes whilst I was otherwise engaged trying on a pair of cowboy boots.
Lee, where do you want to start?
Nish, remind us again, Nish?
I found her in a box of volleyballs.
First of all, where were you where there was a box of volleyballs?
I was working at a leisure centre just after I left school. And Amy was also working there over the summer between school and uni. Right. And they sent me to check on the volleyballs.
Just check on the volleyballs?
That's a good job from you, Greg.
Make sure the volleyballs aren't messing around. Has your manager recently been watching Toy Story?
I believe the technical term was conduct inventory. So I was just trying to count them. Yeah, you're supposed to count them. And it turned out that what she was doing was because no one really wanted to play volleyball, she'd found the perfect spot to have a mid-work sleep in.
How big was this box?
It was, like, woman size.
Could she stretch woman size?
Yeah.
You've heard of a volleyball coffin? They transport volleyballs. Yeah.
So you opened it up and you saw...
a sleeping woman.
Amongst all these volleyballs? How many were there?
I think probably, like, 35.
You see, you've just said to me that this box was woman-sized. Now, the largest woman I've ever seen is still smaller than 35 volleyballs. But I've used this as a chat-up line. If a woman says, oh, I feel a bit fat in this, I'll always go, don't be silly, you look less than 35 volleyballs for me. So did you wake her up?
Yes. And so we became friends because then I would also often have a nap
in the volleyballs?
In the volleyballs.
What was her job supposed... What was she supposed to be doing at the time?
Perhaps she was sent to count the volleyballs earlier. Become bored by the monotony of the process. The boss kept... I keep sending people to count the volleyballs and they never come back.
Working at the leisure centre, Nish, what else did your job demand of you?
Basically, all-round dog's body, so I would work on the front desk sometimes.
I thought you said all-round ball games.
So everything except rugby.
Bowls, David.
What?
They're not totally spherical in bowls. That's
Are
why
they not?
That's why they curve.
I would say, colloquially, they're still round, though.
Oh, hello. It's all kicking off at Bridge Club.
All right. Okay. Who else would you like to quiz?
OK, Joe. What situation were you in where you were sculpting her head?
I have an office in Birmingham where I live.
That'll do. So, yeah, I totally believe it. I mean, that makes it... You can answer any question you like, I don't mind. You have an office in Birmingham?
Yeah.
But why? Why?
Just to write jokes and be creative in.
So, you went to this office to write jokes...
Yeah.
...and said to your friend, would you like to come along, sit in the corner, and I'll sculpt your head?
I've been looking for a use for all that clay I keep in my office.
Had you just been watching a Lionel Richie video? Hello? Oh. So, did you know how to do this?
No. But, yeah, I thought practice makes perfect, so I called Amy and...
How long did you spend doing it?
Maybe an hour or so.
Weren't you tempted to just make it really soft, get her face, push it into it, then do the back of her head, and then go, well, at least I've got a mould.
You said she was offended by this sculpture.
Yes, she was offended.
What did you end up with?
It didn't look like her.
What did it look like?
It looked more like Ainsley Harriott.
OK. Now, what about David? I'm looking forward to this. What was it you claimed, David?
That Amy is the charity shop worker.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Who sold my shoes whilst I was otherwise engaged trying on a pair of cowboy boots.
Can you talk us through the incident, please?
Well, I was in the charity shop.
Which charity shop?
It was a Marie Curie charity shop near where I live.
OK. So I'm setting the scene before this. You're at home, you're thinking, it's about time I got myself some cowboy boots. I'm not willing to commit to a new pair in case I go off the idea.
Just on the very slightest off chance that they don't turn out to suit me and my personality.
Cowboy boots, I'll be honest with you, don't particularly appeal to me aesthetically.
Wow. That surprises
I don't think
me.
they go with what I like to call my style.
Right. Well, how would you describe that style, David?
I think my style is indescribable.
Oh, no, I could describe it.
I think it's best left undescribed.
OK.
I wasn't sitting at home plotting the purchase of some cowboy boots.
No.
I was pottering around near my house, and I saw the Marie Curie shop, and I saw in the window what looked like a nice selection of second-hand novels.
Right.
And I went in, and it wasn't a nice selection of second-hand novels. It was all Ken Follett crap. But I did notice the array of shoes, and I tend to take my shoes off at home and maybe wear slippers or socks. I don't want this to get too sexy. And so...
I need my inhaler.
So what I vaguely was on the lookout for was a pair of everyday, easy-to-put-on, non-lacing shoes that I could keep by the back door in case I needed to pop into the garden for some gardening.
But you said you'd taken some of your shoes to the charity shop.
I was wearing shoes.
What, you decided to take them off in the shop and hand them to her?
When you go shoe shopping, do you go barefoot?
take shoes...
Take you seriously?
No. When I take shoes...
Don't keep me waiting. When
I take shoes to the shoe rider shop, I choose shoes that I no longer want. I don't wander around and then go, well, do you know what? You can have these if you want. Why would you do that? You take them ready to give.
I wasn't... It was not my plan.
Rob, can I just say, Rob, you're the only person in the whole of the United Kingdom watching this that isn't following this story.
Well, he said he took off his shoes.
Why do you think he took the shoes off?
To try the other one.
To try the cowboy shoes on.
Oh. Right, sorry. Well, David, I owe you an apology. There you are in the shop.
Yeah. I'm in the shop and I spot these cowboy boots, and to me, they look sort of quite loose and easy to slip on.
What length? Not width, length.
I'd say that long.
About that, so they're coming up to just below the knee?
They're not, you know...
How tall are you, Rob? They're not below...
For me, they'd be thigh length.
Can't see over these.
I would say they're, for a cowboy, they're shortish. But
leather or suede?
But they're not ankle boots.
Leather or suede?
Leather. And with a sort of bit of... I don't know the technical shoe terms, but sort of like a bit of crenellation sort of flapping on them. I'm just going to have to use the terminology of the medieval castle. It's the only way I'm describing it. Anyway, they look
so
like...
you saw them? You saw them?
I saw them.
OK.
So I thought, you know, I'll try them on.
Yeah.
But they were slightly harder to get on than I imagined.
People in the shop, I imagine, were going, why is David Mitchell trying on cowboy boots?
The shop wasn't as packed as you're imagining. In fact, I thought myself to be the only customer there.
Right.
I was soon disabused of that notion.
When did you notice that your own shoes had been sold?
I think, well, I remember I walked to the back of the shop in the cowboy boots, restraining an urge to walk like John Wayne. And when I came back towards the shoe area, I noticed that my shoes weren't there.
And did you see who'd bought them?
I didn't, no.
I'm picturing a scene where you walk out the shop and you walk home, and then a few minutes later, a cowboy goes up to the counter and says, excuse me, I was just trying on a pair of... And then behind him, a clown, and then a sailor. And this just goes on all day, round and round.
Yeah. David, I don't know you. I've just got to know you today, and I admire you very much. But what I know of you from watching you on TV, the cowboy boots, it's just... I can't buy it. I can't imagine you'd even try them on.
Well, in which case, then you should say that I'm lying.
I might do.
So, we need an answer. Lee's team. Is Amy Joe's miffed model, Nish's sleepy sidekick, or David's sneaky shoe seller?
I'm more inclined to believe Nish myself.
You believe Nish?
Yeah.
Because?
Because, I don't know, I just think Amy and Nish look like they could be really good mates.
Miles, you think?
Well, I was looking at her very closely. While Joe was talking about sculpting her, she looked quite icy about the whole thing.
Wow.
And, of course, she was very offended in the story, but during David's story, she looked, I mean, understandably baffled.
I think it might be Joe, actually. What do you think?
Well, I'm beginning to think. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I think. I mean, your own... I mean, my job really is to agree with you, Lee. I mean, you are a man...
Are we trying to reenact Dad's Army here?
Do you think that's wise, sir? I think... I think Nish is telling the truth.
You think Nish is telling the truth? You think Nish is telling the truth?
Yeah.
Right, in that case, I'll go with what my team say.
You're saying it's Nish?
No, I'm overruling. I'm going with Joe.
Are you seriously?
I feel it's Joe.
All right. Amy, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Amy and I'm Joe's friend.
This is the sculpture that Joe liked. Oh, good Lord. This is the sculpture. Get ready for this. You will never, in your lifetime, witness a worse sculpture than this.
Poor woman.
Yes, Amy is Joe's miffed model. Thank you very much, Amy.
I can always remember all my ex-girlfriends' names and the order in which I went out with them because their initials happen to make the acronym Bermuda.
OK, off we go. Bermuda. B.
What?
B.
B.
Will you please give me the names of all your ex-girlfriends and make the acronym Bermuda as quickly as possible, please?
OK. Brenda.
Brenda. Superb. Brenda is still as popular a name as ever. E.
Sorry?
Ethel. I'm helping you. What's the next one?
Ethel. E.
Is it Ethel?
No, it's not Ethel.
Enid.
No, it's not Enid. Have another guess. Erin.
Sorry?
Erin.
Erin. OK.
I just spelled Bermuda. Well, I know, I was joking, yes. Sorry, R. That was... R. That was actually Regine.
Sorry?
Regine.
Regime, as in regime change?
No.
Next up after Regine.
Regine was the lovely Molly. Molly. I could tell you a thing or two about Molly, but this isn't the time.
Next one.
What about you?
This is the weird one. Right?
They're all a bit weird.
Not actually her name, right, but in my nickname for her, Una.
What was her real name?
Sally.
Why did you call Sally Una?
Because Una Stubbs played Aunt Sally in Where's the Gummidge.
Oh,
that's very good. That's very good.
He's good.
Yeah, Dave, experimental year. If you've forgotten it, I'll never forgive you. Happy days, Dave.
Dave, the D, that's what you're saying. The D is Dave.
Of course I'm not.
OK.
Delia. Not the Delia. And may I say, not my mother, who was called Delia. True story. Definitely not her.
But that's why it popped into your head now as you were making it up. And A
was Alex.
That certainly is a serendipitous series.
Yeah, if that wasn't serendipitous, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
What was the M again?
What?
The M again?
Molly.
And the E?
Was... What? The E. I'll tell you exactly what the E was.
The E was...
It was, in fact. I'll tell you exactly... Erin! You! What?
And the U!
And I
the
loved
U!
her. No?
The U!
Sally.
Real name?
Sally.
Yes. Come on, Lee, you know this. The D.
Give me a D!
The D was...
Mummy! Deirdre! Delia!
The E.
Give me an E! Erin!
The B.
Give me a B! That was a long time ago, to be fair. Brenda.
And the R.
And the R was Regine. Regine! Little Regine.
Yeah. Well,
is that a name?
Regine. It's a name, isn't it? Tell me it's a name. Regine's a name. Anything's a name, isn't it? I went out with a girl called Cupboard for 3 weeks. Not a joke.
Where did Cupboard come in the Bermuda list?
Oh, she was before I invented the acronym system.
Sorry, it was a system. It didn't happen by accident. You were seeking out people beginning with these letters. What was it about the island of Bermuda?
Well, because all my ex-girlfriends went missing.
So what do you think, David? What does your team think?
I think it's a lie.
Would he go with somebody called Brenda?
What do you mean, would I go? Yes, she was Miss World, right? She came and she said to me, I really like you. And I went, I like you. What's your name? Brenda. Forget it.
So what's it going to be, David?
I think it's preposterous because it's preposterous.
I think it's a lie. I think it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
Lee, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
Of course I was telling a lie.
Oh, yes, well done.
When I was a teenager, I used to have to butter my legs in order to squeeze into tight leather trousers.
Lee's team. Off you go.
What age sort of thing? What age are we talking?
I was 17, and it was when I was experimenting with being a goth, actually.
You don't look like a good goth to me, because you're too close to the sun.
I wasn't.
Isn't there an issue of rancidity in when the temperature of a room changes?
Yeah.
It's a very volatile substance. It moves from a solid to a liquid in the blink of an eye. And
I wish you'd have been my science teacher. School would have been so much more fun.
There's an issue around odour here.
You're forgetting that I was a teenager when I was doing this, and I generally stank. It wasn't butter, actually. It was a margarine spread of
Worse.
It wasn't worse. It worked. The reason I had to do it is because I'm ludicrously tall, and the only tight trousers around stopped sort of, like half a foot below my knee, so it would look like I was wearing some sort of perverse lederhosen. So the only tight trousers that would fit me were sort of women's lycra leggings.
How did you manage to hold the trousers to pull them up, now that your hands were very slippy with the marge?
Well, I would put the marge on, and then, interesting thing, in Shropshire, running water. I would wash my hands.
And who else knew about this?
My sister was the only person who knew, and that's because she walked into my bedroom when I was applying the marge. And I was very keen to explain...
That must have been one of the worst moments of her young life. So what do you think?
What do we think, John?
It's not playing out very well in the playground of my imagination.
I think that's the most wonderful way anyone has said lie on this show.
Oh, I really want it to be true.
It is true.
Because to see you in a woman's legging would be magical.
Well, you just call me.
Well, I've got my doubts here. It's because we've gone from leather to lycra and butter to margarine.
No, they were leather...
yes.
No. They were leather effect. You didn't ask me. They were a sort of leather effect trouser.
I can't believe it's not leather.
Yeah.
OK, what are you going to say?
You're saying it's a lie. Alex is saying
I'm sorry, John. I'd love to agree, but I think he's a bit weird. Yeah, people do alternative things with groceries at that age, I think. Oh, my God, not that sort of thing.
I'll go with John and say it's a lie.
Say it's a lie.
Yeah.
OK. Greg, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
I used to have a job in a safari park gift shop and regularly shared my bed with a lion cub.
Lee Mack's team.
What year was this? Or what rough year? I don't need the exact year.
Is that your opening question, Lee? What year was this? I don't need the exact year.
Well, I didn't want to embarrass Karen in case she said, it was when I was 18 in 1642. I'm just saying, give me the decade.
It was in the mid-70s.
So mid-70s, and you worked in a safari park?
I worked in a safari park gift shop.
Which safari park?
Windsor. Yeah, I lived in the safari park at the time. I lived in the safari park at the time.
You did?
With my sister.
But how could you live in...
Whoa.
Sorry?
She's human.
She had a house in the safari park.
Is it because she was connected with the safari park?
Yes,
Did they build round her? Did she buy it when it was just in a field? And then one morning she's lying there and she heard this.
She lived in the safari park with her husband.
Yeah.
Who
Has he got a
worked
name?
with the animals.
Has he got a name, the husband?
Francis.
Right.
He would bring home the little babies who'd been rejected by their mothers.
Don't, you're going to make me go.
So I went there one summer, and there was a penguin in the bath and a lion cub in my bed. So I slept with a lion cub for the summer.
Carol, nothing happened, did it?
It did. No, it did.
Oh, God.
No, it only happened when my mum came down from Wales. And she walked into the bedroom and screamed.
I bet
as
she
she
did.
saw me in bed with a lion cub.
How big is the cub? Are we talking, like, very young? Or?
Well, when I got there, it was that big.
Oh, yeah. It was that big by the time she'd finished. Did you sleep with any other animals while you were there? No, it's a genuine question.
No, I had a bath with a penguin.
You didn't?
Obviously. Was he in the bath and you got in unsolicited, or...?
No, he was in the bath.
He was already in there.
cold water.
Right.
So I had to get the penguin out of the cold water. And
Did you pick up that penguin?
So what are you thinking, Lee?
I don't know. What do we think?
I think it could be true.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous, but she's so convincing.
When you say...
I wish she was on our team.
You're not...
Sorry,
So, Lee, what's it going to be? Truth or a lie?
You're
I
saying...
say it's true.
True. You're saying...
Oh, I'll go true. I'm malleable. Yeah, true.
You're saying true?
Yeah, true.
OK. Carol Vorderman. Lion cub in the bed. Truth or lie?
True.
Wow! Last Christmas Eve, my wife asked me to pop out and get 4 to 5 lemons and 8 or 9 limes. Unfortunately, I misheard her and came back with 45 lemons and 89 limes.
David.
In better news, we haven't suffered from scurvy for a long time.
You went out and you came back with 45 lemons and 89 limes. What did you think they were for?
I don't ever question my wife when it comes to cooking. You just don't... With my wife, she cooks some amazingly overly citrus dishes. Always.
Was she using up what you've bought?
But you say it was Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Were you going to be entertaining guests?
Well, you know, family members, yeah, so I wouldn't say guests, but they had to come round.
What were the lemons and limes for?
Well, it turns out they were for the drinks. I did wonder why I didn't get any pastry.
I haven't met your wife. I'm sure that she's very lovely and sensible. Why say 4 to 5? Why not just say, go and get me 5 lemons, go and get me 9 limes?
That is exactly what I said when she said, what are you come back with 45 lemons for and 89 limes? Because you're right. You tell me, you know.
Yeah.
Why does she strike me about the head when I wake up? Who knows the mysteries of a relationship?
Where did you get these citrus fruits from, Lee? Was it a corner shop, a hypermarket?
It was actually it was a hypermarket on the corner, so it's both.
So you get back home, and there's Mrs. Mack.
Yes.
And what? I mean, when you put your wares on the table, how does she react?
She said, what are they? I said, what do you think they are? Green ones are limes, yellow ones are lemons. She said, how many have you got? I said, I've got 45 lemons and 89 limes. She said, sorry, are you saying 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes? I said, no, I'm saying 45 lemons and 89 limes. And she said, she went, you're an idiot. I said, what? She went, what am I supposed to do with all them? I said, you tell me. You asked me to buy you 45 lemons and 89 limes. She said, no, I did not. I said, 4 to 5 lemons and 89 limes. I said, sorry, can I just check? What are you saying? She said, I'm saying 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes.
So this is when it all became clear?
Yes, she said they're for drinks. I said, I know, but your family are alcoholics. And I thought there was just loads and loads of drinks going to be happening. She went, no, I was going to make something tarty.
I think you would have laughed about it rather than had a row.
Well, these things always happen in our house. I remember saying to my wife I only wanted 4 to 5 kids. And now we run an orphanage.
So, what are you thinking, David?
What do you think?
I just don't believe that she would say, go and get 8 to 9 limes.
Sorry, can I just check? He's saying 89 limes or 8 to 9?
I can see it happening. I asked my husband once, can you get me 89 Mars bars? And he only got me 8.
What are you thinking, David?
Well, we're saying lie.
You say lie. OK, Lee, was it truth or was it a lie?
It's a lie.
A lie?
It was putting them on, wasn't it?
I recently had my house exorcised after several weird occurrences spooked me.
Exorcised? But who by? By
a priest.
A priest of what church?
Oh, I don't know. There was... I was put onto him by somebody else who'd had the same or similar problem.
Internet Church of Dodgy.
The internet.
Yeah. What happened that made you want an exorcist? Was it ectoplasm or poltergeist or what?
No, things were moving around the house. Furniture was moving. I'd go to bed and get up in the morning and furniture would be moved and...
So what procedure did the man who came to exorcise... Was it a man that came to...
It was.
How was he dressed?
I don't know the exact... He was dressed in black and a dog collar and...
So kinky.
No, I don't know exactly what he did because we had to leave the house. We spent a bit of time in the house and then we had to leave the house.
Can I ask you what they charged?
He didn't charge anything.
Really?
No.
It's a good job, because if you couldn't afford to pay the bill, they'd come back and repossess your house. I'm not going to lie, I'm taking tomorrow off.
I don't know whether I enjoyed the joke more or your look of pride.
Once the priest had performed this exorcism, Deborah, was there a difference? Did it work?
It felt instantly different, yeah.
And things stopped moving?
Things stopped moving,
As the ghost left the house, did it just turn around and go, I'm out?
So do you believe in ghosts, then?
Well, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't, and I wasn't sure it was going to work. But there was definitely something going on in our house.
Worth giving it a try.
Worth giving it a try.
I would remind you that Bernard has travelled in the TARDIS, so if anybody here has knowledge of odd things going on... I mean, he's literally travelled through time and relative dimensions in space.
And by literally, you, of course, mean fictionally.
You have to spoil it, don't you? You're telling me next the Wombles were made up as well. They were wonderful, the Wombles. What are those guys doing now? You never see them anything else.
They're moving furniture now, the Wombles.
Are they? Maybe it was Wombles. Maybe it was. David, what are you going to say?
What do you think, Bernard?
I actually believe in that sort of moving things about, so I'm not quite sure.
Patrick?
It's true.
So what are you saying, David?
Well, you think it's true?
True, yeah.
And you think it's true?
Yeah.
I think it's true. I think it's true.
We're going to say the team is united in truth. OK. Yes. Deborah Meaden, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
A lie.